Now, why would a CIO want to take a training course?
Being part of the industry, we have to always keep ourselves updated because change is the only way.
So I am very curious with someone like you coming into a cybersecurity class where you may know as much or more than the trainer himself sometimes. Did you get into any debates, fistfights in the class?
The content for the course, he was right. With respect to the industry background, I was right, and it was very funny actually later on. Like we all laughed in the classes.
But who do you think won that battle?
Nobody. We both have to give up.
Welcome, Simply Learn viewers. We are here today with Mr. Faiz. Mr. Faiz is actually a celebrity in the area of cybersecurity and is the CIO of Stop Spoof. And he's got such a long list of achievements that I won't even try to introduce him. But Mr. Faiz's story is really interesting. In spite of having so many years, and he'll talk about his achievements in cybersecurity, he decided to come to Simply Learn. And today we'll hear the story of why would a CIO, a celebrated CIO, want to take a course in Simply Learn, any kind of training online, and what kind of experience he might have out of a training program that we provide. So, Mr. Faiz, I am pretty sure that you have a lot more to say about what you've done in the space of cybersecurity. I think our viewers would really enjoy it. So, love to hear more about what you do.
Thanks, Anand, for the introduction. Actually, it's an honor and pleasure to be on this platform. Actually, with Simply Learn. So, a quick introduction about me is like 26 years into IT. Various spheres and domains of payments processing, fintech, banking, insurance, and other verticals. And I am a hands-on dirty guy in the IT infrastructure space and data centers, and also the cybersecurity. So while I was pursuing my dreams and vision to upgrade my IT skills, especially related to cybersecurity, I was looking for various options. And then what I found out that Simply Learn was the only company who was offering a catalog whereby I think so 6-7 of your courses is a part of my dream and my journey to upgrade myself. So person like who have been into the leadership, they find it very difficult in terms of what to choose, what not to choose, and staying updated. Change is the only way which we are progressing. So I found Simply Learn to be the best provider. I've attended a couple of courses actually, and I'm honest about it. Like it has been a very memorable journey whereby each course content and the trainers have made it more effective. And not only students, people like who are 15 plus years experience like me on the space, they enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because we know that we are seeking the upgrades, and those fine tuning really help.
So, Mr. Faiz, I think we'll go into that aspect of it quite deeply in a few minutes. But I wanted to kind of, also get a sense of what you've done in the area of cybersecurity.
All right.
I know that you've been, on news channels, you've been in magazines, you've done trade shows, you've been on keynote addresses. So I would love to hear more about sort of what have you done in that space.
All right. So with respect to the international forums and the national forums, I'm part of the various CXO communities, CIO, CTO, and the CISO communities. I've been doing several research on the cybersecurity, on the people, process, and technology, and beyond. And why it is important is that nowadays there's a lot of threats, known and unknowns actually which exist. And we can't just stay away with unknowns. So there's a lot of federal agencies, government agencies from our countries, internationally. There's a global presence out over there, and there's a huge demand with respect to counterintelligence, threat intelligence, fraud prevention and risk prevention, with not only restricted or limited to the auditing stuff, it goes beyond the technology. So being part of that, I do participate, I do encourage the upcoming generations to understand what this cybersecurity is all about. So for me, it's a passion of, creating awareness in cybersecurity, and then by myself learning and then delivering or sharing the knowledge with various industry, key stalwarts actually within cybersecurity, and globally we are all connected.
Makes a lot of sense. Now, of course, I'm really curious. Someone like you who's been in cybersecurity for 15 years plus, and who's been in infrastructure for 26 years plus, it's actually very interesting to know that you're taking a training course. Now, why would a CIO want to take a training course?
As we know, if you keep seeing the online digital forums actually, now every day you wake up, there is a news of certain hacks data leaks, data hackers, advanced penetration threat group, state-sponsored terrorism kind of thing with respect to cybersecurity. So cybersecurity has become a weapon arsenal. In order to combat that, if people who are coming from the technology, they don't understand the risk associated with it, they don't understand the mitigation about it. So we talk in business sense, we talk in technology sense, but there's a huge potential to bridge those gaps, and this is where people like me actually come in, who understands the business as well as the technology. And for me, choosing the technology to stay updated and on the ground roots, it's very important, and this is the reason I choose it. So change is the only way to go for everyone.
And Mr. Faiz, I got to say that the humility that you exhibit in this is pretty amazing. So I think the big message for our viewers is it's never too late to take a training program, and you're never too senior to really learn something new. That's the big takeaway here. So Mr. Faiz, you've got a pretty stellar career in cybersecurity. Can you also give our viewers a sense of the kind of projects nationally, internationally that you've actually done?
Sure. So like I could recall a couple of projects, and one of them is like very close to my heart. Is a collaboration between various payment gateways company for fraud prevention and detection, and it's like a threat intelligence sharing platform where the key competitors or the players from the market from fintech come into the single space, and they help the federal agencies, the governments actually, in terms of sharing those threat intelligence, sharing those risks with respect to particular customers or payments. And that was one of the challenging one, because even our competitors were part of the same team and the group. So it's a global collaboration for the sake of the greater good. And another project which I could recall from my experiences is like Government of India came up with this Aadhaar and KYC and other stuff. So people know the government definitely, but there are a lot of key contributing vendors and companies and organizations who are part of the front end and back end of that system. It has been a wonderful journey of collaboration, in terms of threat intelligence sharing, securities and updates, and various compliances which we have to adhere in, and it has been very fantastic about it.
Wonderful. So a lot of work with the government as well is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, lots of global governments, including Government of India and Asia Pacific, Middle East, US, all European countries.
Wonderful. So in your journey, somewhere along the way, you were looking for a training program that met all your needs. Mm-hmm. And by the way, for a CIO who's done this for many years, the needs are pretty intricate and very deep. Yeah. So I'm very curious, someone of your seniority and stature, what were you looking for, and how did you figure out that Simplilearn was the right fit for you?
It was like my 6 months of research.
Wow.
And I was specifically looking for, let's say, a part of auditing, a part of technology, a part of cybersecurity specific with respect to particular technologies and the front end, back end of it. And on the technology side, especially on the SQL injection, which is happening, the ransomware threats which are very wide nowadays actually, and we have seen it with respect to in the recent time a quite spike in this adaptation of technology, where even a novice person can use and leverage those and can cause a big hole within a big organization. I found Simplilearn having that catalog which covers everything, from an auditor's perspective, from a technologist's perspective, from a cybersecurity or a penetration testing perspective. And at the end of my 6-month research, I found that Simplilearn is the only organization which is having all this in single catalog as a part of your Masters of Cybersecurity program. And I'm very much happy that I chose Simplilearn, because after choosing that and attending all those things, actually, I found my knowledge has really upgraded. Though being part of the industry, we have to always keep ourselves updated, because change is the only way.
Wonderful. So Mr. Faiz, I think, one thing also I think that Simplilearn really stands for is high engagement training. And we really aspire to be an outcome-centric organization. Now, you went through the program. I'd love to hear your experiences with the cybersecurity program that you went through. Mm-hmm. What stood out as things that you really thought worked really well? And how do you feel the whole program, worked out for you in terms of outcomes?
If I do the comparison, I would say it would be, apple to oranges. The reason I say is, Simplilearn, the trainings which I have attended with respect to the instructor-based and the online one, it involves active participation. Mm-hmm. The knowledge people do carry when they are part of the training program, there are more experienced people than me actually as a part of these programs. But what is most important is that we share our experiences, we share our knowledge. So the content remains static actually, but those experiences, it makes it wonderful. And that's what makes Simplilearn unique on this platform about on the cyber, especially on the cybersecurity, for such a consolidated programs actually, such as masters in cybersecurity.
Wonderful. So I think what I'm hearing you say is, while there are lots of training providers that provide great content, what you really took away from this was the interaction with the class and the trainers.
Yes.
And the way the whole journey went, you were able to take a lot of experiences out of it, versus just a linear way of learning from the course.
Yep.
So, Mr. Faiz, I think, to maybe get a sense of where we are all headed in cybersecurity, right? Where do you see this industry headed, and where do you think the big challenges are going to come up in the future?
See, as of today, there is a lot of statewide, and issues with respect to the global economies, meltdown, particular sponsored kind of thing actually. So the threat always is there. Risk cannot be zero, irrespective of what attack or defense you choose. Especially on the cybersecurity, everybody is having the exposure to technology, the good side and the bad and the ugly side. So what we have to do is, people have to just understand and think beyond the cybersecurity. Instead of understanding a particular spikes, they should understand what the overall cybersecurity content is all about. It is not just an IT person's responsibility, nor a network guy's responsibility, not a storage guy's responsibility, and it is not only the responsibility of the boards actually and the executive, it goes beyond. So everybody is part of the cybersecurity kill chain, I'll say, and it involves a lot of participation, it involves a lot of research and upgrades actually. It involves to be, constantly collaborating with various platforms and groups, understanding technology and beyond. And this is where we are all headed, because future is automation, and in the automation there are risks and there are potentials also. There are vulnerabilities also with respect to technologies, and I think so the evolution is going at very much fast pace, and people just need to collaborate more actually on that. The more we collaborate, the more safer we are, I'll say.
So, Mr. Faiz, it's very clear that you had a very high level of engagement with your peers in the class, and you got a lot of value out of it. Specifically, as you recall the program, were there any specific topics that really stood out that you found very exciting? And was there certain interactions with trainers that really helped you learn better?
Within the CISSP special course, Saz Rai, your wonderful trainer, he covers well in depth. And apart from that, one of the training class which I could recall is the domains. The introduction was very huge and very impactful actually. And it not only covers the simplicity and the complexities of those 5 to 8 domains which exist. It goes beyond, and Saz Rai has been wonderful on the CISSP. He covers it very well. He moves on when the people understand. There's a lot of collaborative question participation actually which goes on. And with respect to especially the certified ethical hacking one, the version 10, there is something called as quiz actually which happens. It's not a normal quiz actually. It is more of the practical questions which the industry people face, and there is a lot of participation and then discussions on why it is right and why it is wrong. Because within cybersecurity, every questions you look at it not from the exams or certification point of view, but to understand even why particular thing is right in a situation. Everything appears to be all right, I'll tell you honestly, if you attend that. And it is very challenging for people to understand why certain answer is right and why certain is not. And then later on when they learn the background about it, and thanks to your wonderful trainers, it really brings out the depth actually into that. And this is what attracted me, and this is what I like about Simplilearn.
Wonderful. So, Mr. Faiz, I got to ask you, typically when you're in a class and it's a high engagement class, and someone like you comes in who really knows the subject really well, there's a tendency to get into a little bit of a debate, right? Not only with your fellow students, but even with your instructor. So I am very curious, with someone like you coming into a cybersecurity class where you may know as much or more than the trainer himself sometimes, did you get into any debates, fistfights in the class?
I could recall one of the incidents. It happened actually. So it is bound to happen because people who have the experience and the trainer is focused on the contents, sometimes the same definition could contradict. And one of the incidents which I could recall is like trainer with respect to certain definition of standards actually, okay, particularly on the standards, had a different view. And coming from the industry, what we understand from these various standards, we have a different view. So it was not a contradiction actually, but it was well worth the discussion. Later on, we both understood actually with respect to the technology and the content for the course, he was right. With respect to the industry background, I was right. And it was very funny actually later on, like we all laughed in the classes.
But who do you think won that battle?
Nobody. We both have to give up.
So talking about the future a little bit, one thing that's happening in the industry across various domains right now is this consolidation of technologies. And I think I'll give you an example. In programming today, we call full stack programmers. We go to digital marketing, they're full stack digital marketers, right? And I'm just curious, in cybersecurity, is that kind of consolidation happening? Is there a meeting of multiple technologies happening? How do you see that dynamic in cybersecurity?
If you know the agile world and also the VUCA world, we call it in cybersecurity, there's a lot of consolidation and merger which is happening with respect to technology. Each technology is crossing their borders and there is an overlap which exists. Take an example, big data, cloud computing. There are a lot of challenges, there are a lot of opportunities. There are a lot of new potentials actually which are arising due to technological advancement. To take an example, quantum computing actually, the future is much more beyond. So the cloud computing which we know today is just not the infrastructure, the front end and the back end and the processing. But look at it this way, the big data, which is the raw data, and the cloud computing powered by the quantum, okay, the processing power it holds, the kind of transaction it could handle with respect to timings and the quality of the content which can be displayed in terms of analytics, it is beyond actually. I hope that answers the question.
Makes a lot of sense, and I think what you're saying is also in some sense the touch points and the risk factors are increasing as these new technologies get integrated into the system.
So it's like more of an exposure. We get more exposed as we advance actually. So the exposure surface increases, but the risk also increases. And if we have the effective knowledge and we know where it is headed, then we could also take it with respect to the risk and mitigations also.
That's a great point. So there you have it, viewers. We live in a time, as Mr. Faiz said, in a time when technologies are coming together and creating a lot more touch points in cybersecurity. And as a result, the amount of knowledge that has to be gathered and the training you have to go through has to be done on a regular basis. If a CIO of the stature of Mr. Faiz is having to go through training on a regular basis, there's no reason anybody else should not. I want to thank Mr. Faiz for being here with us today. It's a true honor and privilege for him to be here with us in the studio. But even more important, really, really glad to have you share your experiences about our course, our training programs, and how we have helped you achieve your outcomes. Thank you, Mr. Faiz.
Thank you. It's a pleasure, coming on this platform and sharing those things actually. It's an honor.